Well, Billy, what was your assessment after that?
Well, I've just spoke to the referee and the officials and the assessor. Three very big incidents in the game. Henderson's claim for a penalty, the red card, and then of course Blackpool goal. We take them one by one. We have agreed, the officials now have agreed, there was contact on Henderson. 6 yards out, working across to go on his left foot for a shot at goal. The question is, did Henderson intentionally make contact with their defender, or did their defender make contact with Henderson? That's why you never get a yellow card for diving, because the officials agree there was contact. No doubt about it, with the red card on Abdoun, I think it was, a little bit naive not to clear the ball or take it back to the goalkeeper. And then, of course, all the work through the week goes out the window. But great credit to the players. I never thought we would lose a goal second half. I thought we'd get one or two chances. And then, having spoke to the officials, it's absolutely clear that the linesman's line of vision is absolutely wrong, because he's 2 or 3 yards in the wrong position. He can't see across the pitch. What he sees is Chris Cohen and then Tyson in behind Cohen. And if his position was right, then the line of vision that he would look across to, he would see that Tyson was in a clear offside position. And that's where a little bit unfortunate.
Did you think it was a penalty when Henderson went down?
I did, yes. I've got to say, I don't think for a second that Henderson in that position was trying to gain a penalty kick when he was going on to his left foot. As I said, we agreed, the officials now have agreed that contact was made. But, of course, there is this question, who made contact with who? And that's the debate at the moment. But I'm a little bit more agitated. One, because of the way we worked. I thought for that very long period of time, we worked brilliantly. I thought our discipline and our shape and our organisation was excellent. I thought we had 1 or 2 good chances. And then, of course, to lose that goal again in added time. And we're not asking for much here. What we're asking for is for officials to do what they've got to do. And as I just said to the official there just now, his line of vision was completely wrong. He's in the wrong position. And sadly, whether they admit it or whether they don't, we've lost 3 very, very important points.
As a general point, do you feel you're perhaps not getting the rub of the green at this moment?
Well, I'm sure if you've been at the games in the last number of weeks, I'm sure you would agree we're losing injury time goals. We've had a couple of little things that's going against us at the moment. That's football. I don't complain about that. All I'm asking for is is the rules get applied properly. Let's apply the rules properly. Let's make sure that the officials are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if you look at the clear video evidence, then this linesman has got to have a better line of vision to give a decision which has cost this club 3 points after fantastic work from these players.
Can you take this further? Do you want to take it further? No, is it worth taking it further?
It's not worth it. What can you do at the end of the day, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, whether they agree there's contact, whether they admit that the linesman's not in the right position? The fact is we've lost 3 important points. And I don't mind losing points when we get outplayed. I don't mind losing points when you can sit back and say that 11 against 11, teams have been better than us. But at the moment we're just losing little things that's maybe not right, and as I said, that's a disappointment.
Next 3 games, Leicester, Burnley and Reading. It's a very tough period coming up for you.
Listen, we're in the top 6. At this moment in time, whether you're sitting mid-table, whether you're sitting in the top 6 or out of the top 6, what does it actually matter? With the length of time that's available and the amount of games available between now and the end of the season, there is all sorts of things will happen. And I say that to the players, very proud of their work rate and effort. I thought Vaughan was excellent in the middle of the park with Yara. I thought Jamie Mackey's running and attitude and ability and overall game today was first class. And the players deserved to get that point, at least that point, for the work that they done. But as I said, just apply the rules. We're not asking for any favours, but let's apply the rules properly, and we'd be happy with it.
Is it important for the players, fans, yourself, everybody to keep measured at this time of the season, because there's still a long way to go and not get... There will be knocks, of course, for every team this season.
Well, we can't justify... Sometimes you can't justify for certain things that take place, and we've got to accept as a club that can happen. There's many big clubs sitting in the bottom 8 that would be very pleased to sit in the top 6. So we've got to sometimes accept with a humble and gracious situation that we're in that position at the moment. Things are going against us, which we accept, and there's a lot of positives to take. I don't care about Yeovil, Charlton, Blackpool, Derby County, Leicester City. Every team in this division deserves the utmost respect, and every team will get that respect home and away. And that's why this is one of the toughest leagues, if not the toughest league in the world, to try and get out of. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Okay.
You've got plenty of options in midfield now. You've signed David Vaughan, but I mean, you left Andy Reid out today. Is that a sign of the depth you've got?
No. Andy Reid last week had a major back complaint. He played the game when he shouldn't have played the game. We found out about it kind of late. I watched him in training during the week, and I'm just a little bit probably erring on the side of caution with Reedy. I'm very conscious that he's been playing international games and been playing a lot of games. So I think a little breather from time to time on Reedy and one or two other guys of that experience and that age bracket, and we've got to be very careful. So really caution with regards to Reedy today. But as I said, that's what we've got to do through the season with a number of our players. We've got to make sure we look at the injury history, look at the age, look at the experience, and make sure we look after them and get them fresh and get them right.
So pretty cruel, Billy, to concede that last gasp winner when all the second half. I mean, to be fair, your keeper had very, very little to do.
I've got to say, I honestly never thought they'd score. And I said to the players at half-time that I was very confident that we could get something on the counter or even from a set play. But I accept, and I don't, as I said to your colleague earlier on, I accept losing games of football when teams outplay us and teams are better. I find it very difficult when I look at these incidents, these incidents that are clearly huge incidents with regards to the Henderson penalty, and then of course the goal that they get, which is clearly offside, linesman clearly in the wrong line of vision, and unfortunately all we ask for is that the right rules get applied, and if they do that, I'm more than happy.
And going back to the penalty, I mean, it was a top save, wasn't it? First of all, Darlow saves the penalty, of course, and then he saves the follow-up shot as well from Gosling, I think it was. So, brilliant goalkeeper. Yeah, but you've worked all week on tactics and shape, and worked very hard all week, and then to give away a very silly penalty kick, there was naivety there. There's no doubt. We should have cleared our lines. Yeah. We didn't. We go down to 10 men. I think the team deserves an awful lot of credit for the 10-man work that they've done and the way they contained Blackpool. And then, of course, as I said, very, very cruel. We never deserved it. Thought we deserved the point. Yeah. But the questions are asked now regarding the contact that we agree, the officials now agree, the contact on Henderson, and who is to blame. And then, of course, the offside that was clearly not given. That's cruel. That's football. That's life. We move on and dust ourselves down and get ready for another tough game. You live to fight another day, Leicester next, so onwards and upwards.
Well, as I said, there's a long way to go. I've been here too many times. I've been here many times sitting in mid-table. I've been here too many times listening to people talk about the ones at the bottom, the ones at the top. There's a long way to go. There's lots of games of football, lots of points, lots of twists and turns. But things are going against us at the moment. We accept that. That's how it goes. That's life. That's football. But we'll get back in on Monday. And I said to the players there, great effort, very proud. Come in on Monday and get ready to do what you've done in the last number of weeks and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. What are the chances of getting a striker in before the Leicester game, Billy? Is that a possibility?
We've been looking at strikers since July. We've made many, many offers and done many, many things. What we will not do is we will not pay over the odds for people that we value at a certain valuation, irrespective of what people shout and scream about. This club and this chairman will not pay money that we feel is the wrong type of money. But we'll keep looking. We'll keep doing what we can. And I'm not really that concerned about strikers, Paul. I'm more concerned about the rules of the game being applied properly. If we get that, I think things will be okay.
It had to be Stephen Dobby again, didn't it? He always seemed to score against you.
Well, he's a good player, Dobby. Yeah, there's no doubt he's a good player, but you can't score goals that should be disallowed. They shouldn't apply, and unfortunately that's where we are.
Do you think Jamal Abdoun's still sort of acclimatising to English football a little bit, Billy?
I think that many new players certain new players come in and take more time than others to adapt and adjust. And we've got to accept, that today I thought Very good to see young Jamal Lascelles coming in and handling it quite well. I thought Yara and Vaughan in the middle of the park were excellent. I thought Mackie was excellent today as well. So we've had some real good, positive performances. Of course.
Well, I thought he played very, very well.
Of course he did. Absolutely. He's got something, there's no doubt. We know that we've lost some key players. Kelvin Wilson will be operated on tomorrow, or Monday, which will probably keep him out for the best part of 10, 12 weeks. Danny Collins is also carrying this ligament damage, which will probably keep him out for 10 weeks. So, but there's little things that are not working in our favour, but we don't look for any favours off anybody. We don't expect any self-pity. What we do is we accept that we're in a business and in a game here that's full of highs and lows. I'm very pleased to be in the top 6. There's lots of clubs in the bottom of this league would be pleased to be where we are. Things are going against us, and we'll accept it today and in the last number of weeks. Little things have been going against us, and that's just the way football is.
Is Kelvin's back, I take it?
Yes. Okay. Cheers, thank you.